Hey everybody, it's Jenny from Norman S. Wright. So we've been following the airflow through the building. We started outside, went into the louvers, through the dampers, past the hot and cold water coils, and through the fan. So now let's put it all together and build an air handler. Today's topic is air handler basics. So an air handler is a piece of HVAC equipment that, at minimal, brings in outside air, cools or heats it, and uses a fan to move it through the ductwork in the building. From there it would go through the VAV boxes, out the diffusers, and into the occupied space. So let's make a little room here and draw this. So we'll start with the cabinet, and then let's put a damper here. The outside air dampers control how much outside air enters the air handler. How much air you bring in depends on the building's load, as well as how much outside air you want or need to have in your application. In general, you need to bring in some amount based on the area of the building and the number of occupants. Or you could have 100% outside air depending on the application and the system. The outside air damper could be set for a certain amount or percent of outside air as well, or it could modulate the volume based on conditions in the building. Next, the air passes through the filter. You want to filter the outside air before it passes through the water coil so that you don't deposit anything on the water coils. You don't want your water coils to become your filters by catching stuff on the surface of the coils, which will reduce their efficiency. Next, the air will pass through cooling and heating coils. The cooling coils cool the air down and the heating coils warm them up. I'll cover whether the cooling coil or heating coil should be first in a future video. Air handlers also need a fan. Air handlers can have the fan before or after the coils. If the fan is before the coils, it's called a blow-through arrangement because the air is blown through the coils. And if it's after the coils, it's called a draw-through because the air is drawn through the coils. Draw-through units are more common than blow-through units. After the fan, the air leaves the air handler and goes into the ductwork. So at minimum, with a filter, coils, and a fan, you have a simple air handler. An air handler will probably also have a return air damper. Often the return air is mixed with the outside air and recirculated through the space. There's a lot of other components that could go into an air handler. I referred to hot water and cold water coils, but you can also have DX coils, steam coils, or gas-fired reheat. You can have UV lights and energy recovery wheels. You might have face and bypass and humidifiers, and you'll probably have access doors, and there are a ton of other options that we'll cover in future videos. So this is our basic air handler. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and thanks for watching.